Hey guys, this is Kazi Shafiqur Rahman, and today I would like to share with you my top 5 tips on how to be the best you can be. And it's very important to know these tips because you will need it to make sure you are successful in your job. And not only are you successful, but you are also climbing up that career ladder. So let's go. To be the best you can be, number one, you have to understand the job description. You have to understand what the expectations are from you and of you. Only then will you be able to deliver a good results. A lot of people, they don't take that time and effort to really go through the job description to understand what is expected of them. And then as a result, they don't end up delivering a good result. So it is absolutely vital. Number one priority is for you to understand the job description and understanding the expectations from your manager, from your organization, and working towards that expectation. Now, as an example, imagine you called a plumber to fix a sink in your house, and then that plumber comes and ends up fixing a wall socket. That's not understanding the job description. You've asked that plumber to come and do a particular task, and you want them to do that to the best of their ability, not something else. So make sure you understand the job at hand and the expectation from that job, and work towards delivering a fantastic result. Number two, understand the weighing scales to measure your success. Too many times, people don't understand what these metrics are, what these weighing scales are to measure their success. You need to know what lens your manager or your superior is using to assess your results and your success. So make sure to understand the weighing scales that are being used to measure your success. As the owner of a company, we are always measuring our own success and our own weighing scales. We need to make sure our scales are calibrated, and these are KPIs, key performance indicators, and then we kind of work backwards to make sure we are as aligned as possible to our goals and our weighing scales. So of course, day in, day out, going through our goals versus achievements to make sure we're in line as much as possible. It doesn't make sense at all. You're supposed to be going to Birmingham and you end up going to Cardiff. It does not make sense. You're going the opposite way. So it is absolutely vital to continuously, like a radar, keep that radar on to assess that you're on track. Number three, focus on your own tasks and be responsible for your own results. Of course, we should all work as a team where appropriate, but ultimately you are responsible for your own deliveries, your own outcomes. So make sure you pay absolute attention to what is required of you and make sure be responsible for those results. And of course, like I said, work as a team. Yes, be diplomatic, yes, communicate, but ultimately it's you that's responsible for your own results. Our next massive KPI is to reach 100 million revenue. So we've got a plan, and we need to now work backwards from the 100 million to assess what do we need to do now to get to the 100 million. For me, it's easier to kind of work backwards from the actual goal. Because end of the day, as Donald Trump says, he says, if you're gonna think anyway, you might as well think big, because there is no right or wrong answer here. If you're gonna think, you might as well think big and get bigger results. It only makes sense. Number four, deliver the goods asked for, not what is not asked for. And I've seen way too many times, we're an employer of 300 plus people, and way too many times we see people going off track. They are assigned to a responsibility, they are assigned to a task, and then slowly, they start drifting away from that goal and that task. If your manager is asking you to do a certain task, make sure you understand what their priorities are. Maybe they might have 5 tasks that you need to do. Understand which one needs to be done first. Understand which one needs to be done last. Then your manager will be very impressed with you because you've understood what they need the most first, and then you've understood that priority. Sometimes we see people doing stuff that they don't really need to do. Why reinvent that whole wheel when it doesn't need to be reinvented? I've seen times where, particularly in creative situations, where people start being over creative. If something can be achieved with existing resources, then use the existing resources. Don't try and start going from ground up all over again, because you're just wasting time. Because managers are always looking at the cost of employment, how much does it cost them to hire you, have you sitting on a desk, and the results they are getting in return. So make sure you give them the best value for money. Don't waste their time. Don't waste the hourly rate or the salary that you're being given on doing something useless that doesn't really mean much to them. And that's frustration starts developing. That's when the manager has to continuously give you feedbacks. And you will think, oh my God, this manager is not happy, and why does he not get happy? Of course, we welcome feedbacks. It is absolutely vital to take feedbacks, but make sure to understand the job, understand the priority, and then you will see automatically there is very little feedbacks given to you because you're already doing everything properly. There is no much feedback. So deliver the goods asked for, not what is not asked for. Imagine you buy something off Amazon and the DPD guy turns up with something else that you haven't even ordered. You'll be very frustrated. So imagine you're that manager. You've asked for something and you're giving him something else. It doesn't make sense. So definitely pay close attention to your deliveries. Give what is asked for and don't go give what is not asked for. And number 5, move fast and challenge your limits. When you need to do something, just get on with it, just crack on and just move fast and don't limit your challenges. There is a phrase that I've read many years ago somewhere, and it really stuck with me. And the phrase went something like, challenge your limits. Do not limit your challenges. And this is the same phrase that I remind myself every day to kind of take the leaps forward, to make progress, day in, day out. So move fast, deliver the goods, and challenge your limits. Don't work backwards. For example, you want to do a 5-kilometer run and you've set yourself a 1-kilometer challenge. It does not make sense. To get to 5 kilometers, you'll probably have to set yourself a 7-kilometer challenge to get to 5. If you want to do 3 kilometers challenge, then you will set yourself 5 kilometers. So always leave that slack in between so you work towards something. Otherwise, you're just going to be so complacent and you're not going to kind of challenge yourself. Life is all about growth. We need to grow. There's so much knowledge out there. Understand if your job is providing you a livelihood, then for God's sake, take some interest in the job and the task. Maybe go on YouTube, maybe read a book or two on how to better yourself to perform that job and how to be that better employee than others. I have a bonus tips for you guys. The 6th one, accept feedbacks in a positive way. Not all feedbacks are a personal attack or a dig. Feedbacks are there like a satellite. Your manager is sitting there like a satellite and they're guiding you across. They're saying, look, you're doing great here, but here we need some improvements, here we need some adjustments. So they're effectively giving you free advice on how to be that best person that you can be in your job. And if the job isn't for you, if the employer isn't for you, if it's not making you happy, if it's not giving you that peace, then quit. Find another job. There's nothing wrong with moving employers, because oftentimes I've seen when we hire people, they just apply because it's become so easy to apply. They don't know what they're applying for. They don't know who they're applying for. They don't know who the manager is going to be. It is so important to understand the employer that you're working for, to understand their business, to take an interest in their business. It makes so much more sense. Then your job does not feel like a job. You look forward to going to the job because you are passionate, you are aligned with your employer's mission and vision. I say to all my team members within our companies, obviously our goal is to ensure that we are becoming the best employer that we can be within our own capabilities. And if ultimately we can't meet your expectations, then we won't try and hold you back. We want happy people working for us within our companies. We are a family-friendly company. Any companies that we build, it has to have that family-friendly element to it. And if we can't deliver that for you, then by all means move on and go to somewhere else that will make you happy. So that's the number 6 tip, and I hope you guys have benefited from it. And I would love to hear from you what you think and how you have applied those tips in your life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your best tips. Until then, we'll see you soon.